So today I want to talk about 4 days with my new executive assistant. What difference has it made? So if you're somebody who is crazily overwhelmed or busy and that you are kind of drowning in work, this is going to be really, really relevant to you. So keep on watching, keep on listening. Welcome back to consecutive day 1831 Diary of a Runpreneur. If you believe today's topic is all about my first 4 days with my new executive assistant, how game-changing has it really been? But before we get into that, please don't forget that this vlog is part of a fundraiser of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, a distance of a lap of the world, barefoot style. And the more people we get in front of, more money we raise, more children's lives we save, which is why I do this every single day. So back to the topic at hand. 4 days in with my new executive assistant. Wow, well, what can I say? It's been absolutely game-changing. I've had quite a few assistants over the years in varying capacities, but I've never kind of fully let go as much as I have over these past 4 days. Now, I think the reason for that is that this is an individual who has worked with me for many years already, so I knew them pretty intimately from a working perspective. And the transition to my new executive assistant was, when the interest was expressed, was a pretty simple one to make. And so it's been easier, I suppose, from that degree for me to let go, because the trust element is already there. I already trust this individual, whereas everybody else has to prove trustworthiness as a kind of rule that I follow. And so the first things we've kind of done is I've passed over basically all of my inbound communications. So whether that's emails, WhatsApp messages, whether it's text messages, whether it's kind of social media messages, whether it's post. So all of that side of things has gone across to my new executive assistant, along with calendar management. So full autonomy to organise and manage my calendar, accordingly. Two things that are pretty difficult to pass over for most people, because you think, oh, it's all got personal stuff in there and all that side of things. And that's the first thing I want to talk about, is if you're going to embrace this kind of executive assistant element, and this is for people, I might add, who are just busy, struggling with doing too much, not making enough progress. Well, it's usually because you're doing the wrong things and you're focusing on the wrong things, because you're dealing with reactive issues rather than proactive projects which are going to take you to the next level in whatever facets of life, whether it's work, employment, or entrepreneurship, personal, whatever. And that's where this whole kind of concept of buying back your time comes, and having an executive assistant is a key part of that. And so once I've kind of passed this stuff over, I mean, to be fair, I do have an automated AI optimized SOP creation system already in place. So if you're not sure what an SOP is, it's a standard operating procedure. So it's very, very easy and quick for anything that comes to me that I'm having to do on a repetitive basis to pass it over to my executive assistant and give the guidance and instructions. I can create an SOP with, as long as it takes me to create a video, which is usually 2 to 3 minutes. I can then kind of get that into an operations manual, checklist, video, guidance, SOP in our system library, SOP library, within seconds. So that's the power of automation and AI. Something that would have historically taken hours, possibly days to create, you can now do in seconds. So giving instructions to my executive assistant is very, very easy. And then those instructions are stored as SOPs for whoever is going to be doing the task in the future, can kind of follow those guidelines. So I've got that in place as well, which makes a big, big difference. But the rate in which I've passed basically all administrative work across to my executive assistant within the space of 4 days, I've cleared probably, I don't know, 60-70% of my workload already in 4 days. Now, I'm not saying it's all done and dusted, but my executive assistant is quite proficiently working her way through it all, managing my diary, managing my inbound communications, and she also has, I also put an assistant in place for her, so that the even lower level related activity can be passed on again, which again gives amplification of output, which is exactly what this is about. So yeah, I reckon 60% of my time has been come back to me in 4 days. That's quite a bold statement, but it's genuinely true. I was being kind of caught up in so much stuff I shouldn't have been. And as a result now, from kind of tomorrow onwards, I've got a clean slate to just work on the highest impact work for my businesses and what's going to move the needle the most. And that's hugely exciting, because I feel that the rate in which we're going to progress now is going to exponentially increase. So the learnings from my diary today are that, okay, I have a few things already in place, i.e. I already had a relationship with this individual before she was promoted to my executive assistant. Trust was kind of already there. I've also already got an SOP system in place where I can very, very quickly and seamlessly create standard operating procedures within minutes, so that they're fully operational, guidance and instructions for people to do the repetitive task in my business. So I am a little bit further ahead than a lot of people who would be thinking, wow, I need an executive assistant, and the progress might be slower. But I also wanted to show you today, in 4 days, I've got 60% of my time back, which is just unbelievable. It's an unbelievable feeling, and I've only just scratched the surface. So where this is going to go is really, really exciting. So yeah, the learnings are, if you haven't got an executive assistant, then you need to get one, and fast. If you are feeling any which way or form is the slightest bit overwhelmed, this is going to be game changing for you. So embrace it. The progress isn't going to happen overnight. I know it has done for me, but I have had existing infrastructure in place. But you need to embrace it, tweak and iterate how you do things. Provide regular feedback to your new assistant, and you'll be astonished about the progress. And the golden rule is, if somebody can do something 80% as well as you, that's 100% amazing. And that's how you should look at delegation. You know, people might not do things as well as you initially, but within time, trust me, they will do things better than you did originally. And that's the cool thing about delegating effectively. But yeah, any questions or comments on this, drop me a line. Anything relevant, I'll respond to. Do remember though, if you believe in my mission of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, distance of a lap of the world, barefoot style, then do give this a subscribe, share, like and comment. More people we get in front of, more money we raise, more children's lives we save, which is why I do this every single day. Thank you as always, stay positive, stay happy. I'll see you again tomorrow.